right, hello, good morning, and welcome to the show. This is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. It's a Friday, the 5th day of July, 2024. By His grace, we're live and we're here. We're at another edition of the show. Our gratitude to go to Most High God for the rare privilege of being alive and, of course, the opportunity of having another conversation around the top stories making around here in our dear Republic. I'll let you into our panel for the morning's conversation shortly. But let's take a look at the front pages of our newspapers. Daily Graphic. 2024 presidential race. Bawumia Opoku Prempeh ticket sealed. Amend Bank of Ghana Act, IEA. Corruption, filthy, despicable act of treachery, Ochini assets. Negligence suit rocks Central Aflawa Hospital. GS introduces self-posting module for colleges of education. Constituency Watch, NPP, NDC in close contest for Winchi seat. The Ghanaian Times, halt new Supreme Court appointments, NDC demands. GES poised to post 12,748 graduates this year. Mete out stiffer punishment to officials found culpable of corruption, Ochini. Parliament inspects Buankra Terminal Project, expresses satisfaction at level of work. Daily Guide, NPP okays Napo for running mate. Tap and go taxi scam alive August, Bawumia. CJ bounces Matiamidu over special prosecutor. Ghana's biggest CEO's night to promote climate action. Government secures $100 million for cocoa farms rehabilitation. New weekend crusading guide. Let's close our ranks. Napo pleads with MPP, accepts running mate post and readies to work. Please set for December polls, Dampari assures. Land guards assault court bailiff, destroys 750 acres of farm plantation at Agbazo. Socialist Movement Ghana's tribute to Professor Francis Nkrumah. NDC tackles Chief Justice, says recommendation of judges to Supreme Court unconstitutional. Using mobile money to buy and sell across Africa, a fast track to economic integration. The Insight. Supreme Court. NDC rejects proposal to appoint new judges. Alleged procurement breaches. Chief Justice throws out Matiamidu's petition to remove special prosecutor. Ghana, a once thriving country now forced to seek a bailout. Trouble looms over our traditional council's failure to adhere to court directives. Tribute to Professor Francis Nkrumah by the Socialist Movement of Ghana. The Herald. Ex-law school director kick against 20 judges at Supreme Court. For me, this is illegitimate and an abuse of power and Sansari. Iyoko boss dishonest public office of accountability, confirms calling Adam Bonner's wife. Ghana Gas plunged into boardroom wrangling over $900 million deal. NPP outdoors Napo in Kumasi next week. Majority leader warns against growing impunity and public disaffection. Coming up, Court of Appeal nominee caught up in child neglect scandal in the UK. The Informer. Public discontent. Afenyomakin cautions politicians. NDC condemns Chief Justice over her recommendation of judges. Alleged petition to remove Kisi Ejaben. Matiamidu shown smoothness level. Proposed free SHS bill. We were not consulted. Nagrat. Proposed salary increments for MPs and cabinet members. Public anger halts idea. A more cleanup exercise. Zoom Lion offers support. Donates ultramodern cleaning equipment. The Inquisitor. IGP Conconsante probe. Deficit of evidence in committee's work. I haven't threatened Adam Bonner's family, Iyoko boss. Ownership of VIP's Ramadan rice established. Move to oust Kisi Ejaben. Matiamidu shamed as Chief Justice dismisses his petition. The Daily Statesman. Napo confirmed NPP running mates. National Council gives unanimous approval. Bill to establish National Roads Authority passed. Minister makes case for intra-African trade. Majority leader condemns political apathy towards impunity. The New Finder. Dr. Prempeh pledges service and leadership. Rallies all MPP members to come on board. Please ready for December polls. Dr. Dampari. Musicians must unite to ensure fair pay for their work. Ghana Purchasing Managers Index dips, but business confidence strong. NDC opposed to appointments to superior courts. Daily Post. Akufo-Addo, Chief Justice Tokono conspiring to further adulterate Ghana's judiciary. by adding 5 more judges through the back door to the 15 the president has already appointed to the Supreme Court. The NPP's unintelligent claim through a discredited and shallow voice that Mahama has received 32 million cedis from the state so far is a lie, Joyce Bauer. CJ's request for 5 more Supreme Court justices defies common sense. Atta Kennedy. Napo is disrespectfully arrogant, says former TTAG General Secretary. The 10 cardinal sins of Dr. Matthew Puku Prempeh, a.k.a. Napo. The Catholic Standard. Ghana Catholic bishops hold farewell mass for Nuncio. Nuncio launches book. Monsignor Kabori of Burkina Faso appointed apostolic nuncio to Ghana. Address issue of sexual exploitation by priest Pax Romana. Francis Puku calls for democratic reforms amid trust decline. Be fair, transparent. Bishop Agenta tells EC. And that's about it. For the front pages, we'll be back shortly. Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. With me on the show this morning, I have the Honorable Dr. Dixon Adumaku-Kisi, who is the Honorable Member of Parliament for the Anyansu constituency. Doc, good morning.
Good morning.
Also with me on the show this morning is the Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, Member of Parliament, the Honorable Member of Parliament for the Northton constituency. Son of man, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Doc.
Right. If you're thinking of getting a toothpaste that will take care of the entire family and save you some money, the recommended family toothpaste is KEL 360 toothpaste. It's approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. KEL 360 toothpaste provides you and your family with all-round dental protection throughout the day with freshness. KEL 360 toothpaste is good for kids, children, and adults. Let your family be a proud family when they step up by constantly using KEL 360 toothpaste. KEL 360 toothpaste brightens your teeth, prevents cavity, and with its cool mint gives you a fresh breath throughout the day and protects the gum from decaying. For consistency and quality, use KEL 360 toothpaste. It's another product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sasso. It's available in all supermarkets, malls, and provision shops. Call Samara Company on 0246 864 798. KEL 360 toothpaste. Happy smile. And enjoying the fruits of your labor is as important as enjoying the mansions of your labor. The pains of climbing the stairs when not exercising could be challenging for all ages, but worry no more. Lifts and elevators have got you covered with the best portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators on the market today. It's a simple self-supported elevator for both homes and offices. And guess what? It can lift your goods too. Wheelchairs can fit in, and they come in 3 custom-made models. It's affordable and can be installed within 3 days. Visit Lift and Elevators at Sakumon or just call them on 0200 535 or send a mail to elevatorsgh@gmail.com for consultations and the best solutions in easy vertical movements. The Institute of Paralegal Training and Leadership Studies, in collaboration with the Ghana National Association of ADR Practitioners and ADR International Register and ISO certified bodies offering internationally recognized industry-driven conflict resolution and other specialized courses in 1. Professional Executive Master in Alternative Dispute Resolution, Professional Executive Master in General Paralegal Studies, Professional Executive Master in Chieftaincy, Law and Sustainable Development Practice, Professional Executive Master in Industrial and Labor Relations and Practice, Professional Executive Master in Family Law and Conflict Resolution. They have an exceptional team of facilitators who are well versed in their subject areas and are ready to equip participants with the skills they need to influence industry in the right direction. Individuals trained in ADR by them qualify for admissions into the prestigious membership of the Ghana National Association of ADR Practitioners. For admission, you can call the Institute of Paralegal Studies on 0303 960 798 or WhatsApp them on 0509 634 027. You can also send them a mail to ipls.edu.gh@gmail.com. Right. So, gentlemen, let's start off with this. I am deeply honored today as the chosen running mate of the New Patriotic Party. I'm humbled to be nominated by our distinguished flag bearer, H.E. Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and endorsed unanimously by the National Council in accordance with the provisions of the NPP Constitution. I'm privileged and duty-bound to extend my full support to Dr. Bawumia as we work together to realize his visionary agenda of propelling Ghana to greater heights. I view this nomination as part of God's plan for my life, and I'm grateful for his guidance in directing my path. I pray for his ongoing guidance as I move forward. I consider this nomination as a call to higher service, a call to sacrifice, and a duty to perform. The NPP is enriched with numerous astute personalities. Therefore, I recognize the significance of my selection and do not take it lightly. I call upon all our members to join hands as we collectively strive to achieve our ambitious goal of transforming Ghana into a prosperous nation. I express my gratitude to the National Council, the rank and file of our party, and I esteem President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for their unwavering support and faith in me. I thank Mr. President again for the opportunity granted me to serve in 2 respected cabinet positions. I'm forever grateful. I'm equally grateful to my colleague ministers of state, members of parliament for the confidence reposed in me. It has prepared me for a day like this, and I feel ready to make everyone who believes in me proud and win over the doubters. I understand that the task ahead requires our collective effort, and I therefore plead with every party member to come on board as we seek the mandate of our countrymen and women once again to serve them. As I assume the role of running mate alongside my esteemed boss, H.E. Dr. Bawumia, I'm committed to supporting him to prosecute a formidable 2024 campaign to break the 8-year election cycle and serve our beloved country diligently. Let us work together towards a brighter future for Ghana. My philosophies remain service and leadership. May God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you. Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, MP, running mate to the NPP presidential candidates, 4th of July, 2024. So this is a statement from Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh after the National Council unanimously endorsed him. And we're told that he will be outdoored in Kumasi next Tuesday.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I think it's in order that I go first.
Yes.
With your permission. First of all, let me say that I woke up to England's election results.
Yes.
And not shockingly, but surprisingly, because we knew. I mean, the polls were indicating a tsunami in terms of their changes. And after 15 years, power has shifted. And it's remarkable. I mean, the guy, I think over 400 seats, which is massive. And by no means am I saying that we're like the British, but I'm just saying, looking at South Africa, looking at India, and then looking now at UK, one thing that is a bit clear to me is that the political class somewhat is not in touch with the citizenry. And this is in confirmation to, I think, an article or a statement made by the leader of the majority in Parliament, Honorable Afenyo Markin. And I watched him talk about Kenya's experience with the Gen Z and the fact that we need to do more as politicians to, one, make sure that we understand the bread and butter needs of our people. Very, very important. And not just understand, but create that perception that we do appreciate their plight, we do appreciate the challenges of the ordinary man or woman on the street. And I think that if we don't do that, we run into a major ditch as politicians, not necessarily as a party, but as politicians, because I think the Gen Z issue is not affecting just one party in Kenya, it's affecting the entire political class. Based on accounts rendered by some of our members who visited them and were there when the young guys entered parliament, they were not looking for one party. They were looking for anybody who dressed, smelled, and looked like a political class person. To the extent that I understand that they had to be transported in ambulance. Very serious. And even in the ambulance, when word got out that politicians were being transferred in ambulances, these guys were brutal and went after some ambulance, So that is the backdrop of today's discussion that I wanted to bring up. But now to the main thing. I mean, in local Akan language, yes, Ejebo, 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 Ejebo. Now Eja is here. And I say that humbly and with the greatest of respect for one, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, and for his choice of a running mate. And I think one key word, even to the NDC, is that it is his prerogative. It is his prerogative. And nobody can take that from any presidential candidate when he or she decides on whom he would love to run the election with. Now, I think the MPP overwhelmingly during the NEC meeting confirmed this was not 1, 2, 3 rounds. This was a one-off sitting. And I must say that this one is privileged information that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo expressed again his satisfaction with the running mate that he had, his satisfaction with the humility and the humbleness, the nature of Bawumia, and wishes that Honorable Matthew Opoku Prempeh also embody such as he works with Bawumia, His Excellency, to not state capture, but to win the 2024 elections. Now, in a few sentences, I would state categorically why I think all of this has arrived. Today, I can boldly say that the father of free SHS is Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and the prosecutor is and was and will continue to be Matthew Opoku Prempeh. And without mincing my words, he moved our junior high student population from 800,000 to over 1.2.
You mean senior high?
Yes, senior high to over 1.2 million within the space of 4 years, which means that on average, based on what he did, 100,000 more students were enrolled on a yearly basis under his watch. So, despite all the things that NAPO had done up to 2016, he will be known in the annals of Ghana's history as the #1 prosecutor of free SHS. Though it had challenges, admittedly, I will not sit anywhere and say that free SHS was, though God sent, had no challenges. It had challenges, and just like the Israelites, on their journey from Egypt, when the water was sour, they complained. When the water was coming too much, they complained. Human nature as it is, no matter what new project you embark on, you have challenges. Now, I think NAPO is sometimes misunderstood. And I have also been misunderstood on many occasions because of my bluntness, because of my boldness and decisiveness. And I think that, unfortunately, and hear me carefully, you know, I always watch my cousins when I was young, when they came from UK, you know, they were more petri. They were more, let me say, vibrant and could speak their mind, because the Ghanaian culture did not afford me to be speaking my mind as much. But my younger cousins from England, when they would come, you could tell the difference. And I think that, unfortunately, our culture frowns on people being blunt, people speaking their mind, people speaking the truth, though it may hurt. And I think that the painful truth is that boldness is often misunderstood as being not respectful. That is my opinion. Now, I also think that the skepticism that people had about free SHS, the doubts in people's mind, and the audacity that NAPO brought to free SHS, and hope he gave to the many students who, I should say, are his children. I mean, now over 400 people, 1,000 more people have benefited. Proves to me that even within the skepticism, he will deliver. He will do all that is necessary and required of him to achieve the intended goal. Now, one thing that is very clear in everybody's mind is that NAPO is a patriot. You cannot take it from him. It's in his blood, it's in his DNA. He's true MPP. And I think that overwhelmingly, within the ranks of the party, everybody has no doubt about that. There will be no question about when he obtained his party card. There is no doubt. So he brings to bear somebody who started from within at a very early age and has risen to this rank of energy minister, after education ministry, and then now our running mate. And let me say that people should forgive me. You know, I'm a medical doctor, so I'm very passionate about healthcare people. And you know, I have a bias and a soft spot for any medical professional who is excelling in life. Because I believe that like carpenters, there's a fraternity. Like masons, there's a fraternity. And I think that for that reason, this one is a full disclosure, I am fully in support of Matthew Opoku Prempeh. And I believe that the many people he has worked with within education, because education has so many unions. And I think, going through that and negotiations in terms of teacher allowances, teacher unions, and all of those things affords me the courtesy to say that he will weather any storm. And ultimately, the relationship between the current presidential candidate of the MPP and Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Honorable, is going to be very important and is important, and that, I think, was one of the main reasons why Honorable His Excellency Dr. Bawumia chose NAPO. Because if you're choosing a vice president, you need somebody who will share your vision, somebody who will be, giving you that mutual respect. And I think that the pair will show leadership towards the election 2024 December, and literally the vibrancy of NAPO cannot under any day be matched by the NDC running mate. And this one I say with the greatest of respect for Madam Professor Jane Opoku. Now, the key thing here is that NAPO, when it comes to politics, is a dinosaur, more so than Jane. And that one, nobody can take it from me. I mean, you can't take it away.
What makes him a dinosaur?
Well, NAPO has been a political animal from day one. Madam Jane has been in the academic, world until selected. And in fact, I must admit that besides serving as a Minister of Education, which NAPO has also served, NAPO has gone on beyond that and has the experience of energy ministry. So if we're talking about heavyweight and lightweight, NAPO is heavyweight in terms of political achievements, in terms of political acumen, and by that alone, I think that he'll be unmatched in terms of that. And I must admit that respectfully, NAPO has more years as a parliamentarian, and that also builds you up as a politician, more so than Jean, who has zero experience in terms of parliamentary or legislative work. So NAPO brings
so when
executive...
When Nana Akufo-Addo chose Alhaji Bawumia,
yes,
did he have any of the things that you're talking about?
Now, Bawumia, typical of him, like Jane, came from a whole different arena.
Yes.
And then came to complement.
Yes.
Now, in this game of 2024, we are rather even bringing a colossal political machine to complement the vice president. And I think that this union, this team, is going to be a heavy match, with, even the NDC's candidate and their running mate. And if we're going by just personality, my goodness, the two are bigger than the other two. Now, one other key thing I must add that, the MPP has done something very remarkable. We selected our flag bearer irrespective of religion and ethnicity. And the same thing was considered when the flag bearer was also choosing NAPO. He chose NAPO based on competence, based on the fact that they have a very solid relationship. And I think that that is very encouraging. And for once, the MPP is bringing everybody, every community on board to prosecute or to execute elections 2024. And I'm very much encouraged by what I've seen. I think there's been reviews from some professor in Cape Coast recently about his interrelationship with NAPO, and he commends NAPO, and he thinks that he'll be a fantastic vice president. And I mean, he's built for it. He is built for it. So these are my few comments with regards to the decision that has been taken by the MPP, and all of us will rally behind it and support the two. Where the two are joined to become one, it's going to be merry. And I think that now it is very clear in people's minds who we have as our running mate, and we are excited, very, very excited for Tuesday next week. I'm hoping to see how I can, adjust my schedules. I hear flights are already booked, and if I have to fly out, I've missed out on that opportunity. So if I'll go, I'll have to go by road, unless he'll buy me a special ticket. Ablaga, you buy me a special ticket. Maybe you rent one of these fine presidential jets for me. Yes. So these are my comments
Okay.
with regards to this.
Sorry.
I know how to track them. I don't know how to rank them. Let me also begin by extending warm regards to our distinguished viewers across the globe, and to say good morning to everyone, Doc, and your good self, Dr. Abe. I will also like to begin from the earth-shaking results
Labour
in the United Kingdom. Our sister party in the UK, the Labour Party, in which we are ideologically aligned and have had a long-standing relationship, have delivered a resounding victory. And Keir Starmer has done what many did not think he could do when he assumed the reins of the Labour Party some 4.5 years ago. What he has achieved last night, he and his Labour colleagues, is absolutely phenomenal. It's the worst Conservative showing in history. Indeed, the last time the Labour Party saw anything close to this was in 1997, when the young, affable Tony Blair burst on the scene with a breath of freshness, talking about new Labour and inspiring hope for young Brits. Many did not think that 1997 Labour triumph and the annihilation of the Conservatives will be repeated by Keir Starmer. When you look at the results and how many cabinet ministers, at the last count, 11 cabinet ministers have lost out, including a former Prime Minister, Liz Truss, who has lost a traditional Conservative seat to a Labour novice, you will argue. To have the Prime Minister and all of those cabinet ministers, the former Prime Minister and all of those cabinet ministers, be so roundly defeated. And we are talking about margins that are unprecedented. The Conservatives, at the last count, have lost 250 seats in one night. Can you believe that? 250 seats.
The Tories.
They are going to be left with just about 119 seats in a 650 parliament. The Labour Party, at the last count, has gained 213 seats. They are already at 411. And indications are that could go up. It is astonishing. It's outstanding. It is remarkable what Labour has achieved. But you see a consistent pattern across the globe. From France, where Macron's party is struggling, the first round was a thumping for the En Marche movement, which the French President Emmanuel Macron put together. You're seeing what has happened in Holland. You are seeing the polls in the US, and particularly after that terrible debate performance by Biden, he is facing growing calls that he should step aside. Now, all the pundits, all analysts will tell you that incumbents have lost touch. If you even come to Africa and you see what happened in South Africa, where the ANC, for the first time, lost its control, which was so overwhelming, even in majority black-dominated constituencies, and to have Jacob Zuma's new party teach the ANC a lesson. It is clear, when you add what has happened in the UK only last night, that corrupt governments, incompetent governments, insensitive governments, and 14 years of conservative rule. We also, the reports, the Partygate scandal. We saw the COVID probes. I followed those probes on how COVID expenditure really became a matter of horrible corruption. We have seen the chaos within the Conservative Party, the jostling for positions, personal interests. You've seen disastrous policies. And unfortunately, a Ghanaian has entered the annals of negative British politics. I refer to Ken Ofori-Atta's good friend, Kwesi Kwarteng, the shortest finance minister in the UK. That combination, Liz Truss...
Shortest in terms of tenure.
Yes, in terms of tenure. Liz Truss and Kwesi Kwarteng combination turned out to be so disastrous that she has been punished in her own constituency. So when you have governments who don't listen, who refuse to care for the people, who refuse to be modest in their dealings, who will impose taxation upon taxation, hardship upon hardship, preach austerity, and yet they live lavishly, and they refuse to carry the hopes and aspirations of the people. This is the outcome. This is what happens. And I hope the Ghanaian people are watching and taking a few lessons on how to deal with a government that has lost focus, that has lost touch, that is failing in its promises, in its pledges. It's not improving the living conditions of the people. Why do we vote for governments? Not for you to come and engage in state capture and loot everything on sight. Treat the people with contempt, be condescending, and just simply refuse to listen. So I have no doubt that this wave, which has become a global wave, will follow, and that the next stop will be Ghana.
No guarantee.
And we are going to replicate what our sister party, the Labour Party, has done in the UK. And we will give these MPP lots the beating of their life. I have absolutely no doubt that the Ghanaian people who have had enough are taking inspiration from what is happening all over the world. How haughty leaders are being humbled by the people, being reminded that true power belongs to the people. And it is the people who will have the final say. And we've seen even in India, when Narendra Modi thought that he had such, an overwhelming verdict. And so you saw increasingly minorities complaining, particularly Muslim minorities. Now he's had to reflect after the results, needing to form a coalition. He was quite invincible in previous elections. So clearly, all over the world, leaders who have lost touch are being reminded by the people, by the masses, that we have the real power. Sovereignty resides in us. And if you don't listen to us, if you don't deliver the goods, if you don't keep your promises, we will give you the boot. We will kick you out of office. And so as Rishi Sunak leaves number 10 this morning, he certainly in a few minutes will go and present his resignation to the king and will deliver his final words and leave number 10. We hope that Labour will be guided by the very disastrous outing, the massacre that the Tories have suffered. It should serve as a constant reminder that when you come to power with a massive goodwill, you don't dissipate that goodwill on disappointing the people and leaving them, impoverished, leaving them in total disillusionment. Now on the ticket of the NPP, I have said time without number that if you look at the levels of disenchantment, the disillusionment, how many Ghanaians, if you look at all the indices point to Ghanaians being worse off now than they were in 2016. If you pay regard, for example, to the unemployment rate, which is at an all-time high of 14.7%, you pay regard to the fact that for the first time in the history of our country, we are going through a debt exchange program. People are being forced to take financial haircuts, whether you are bad like those of us here or not. You are forced to take those haircuts. Many, many people, including pensioner bondholders, senior citizens, cannot have access to their own life savings, monies they have worked for, toiled for. Never in the history of our country have so many people been pushed down the poverty line. If you read the latest multi-dimensional poverty report, with 1/3 of our population officially declared to be multi-dimensionally poor, and you look at the economic indices, look at the debt situation, at a point, the debt to GDP ratio exceeded 100%. Do you remember the last time we saw anything like that in living memory? You have a situation where the currency is consistently the worst performing currency in the world. Who would have thought that the cedi, which was 1:4 with the dollar, will now be in the region of 16? Who would have imagined? So you have somebody who was presented to us as an economic whiz kid, who himself is so embarrassed about our economic situation that he has pivoted, totally jettisoned the economy, and is self-styling, now masquerading as a digitalization expert. Meanwhile, that is not how he was presented to us. We were not told that he was coming in as a communications minister. But suddenly, he has had to run for cover because he cannot stand up to his own abysmal performance, which clearly embarrasses him. It's so obvious that he is so embarrassed that he will prefer to be far removed from the economy. And if you listen to his own campaign message, it's so ridiculous. I am in government now. I'm doing things to you that I wouldn't do when I return in government. But for now, I'll keep doing them to you. I'll keep imposing taxes. As for the e-levy, you keep paying. The huge governments the bloated government, the huge expenditure, the state capture, the great loot and share. It will continue. But believe me, that when I come back into government, I will adopt a different path. I mean, they have no respect for us. They think we are not discerning. They think that we are not logical beings. I have never seen such an incongruous, such an illogical campaign in my life. So I have no doubt that what is happening in other countries is going to happen here, no matter who is chosen as running mate. It is clear to me that this ticket has become a ticket of dishonesty, lots of lies. That's how Bawumia has become noted for in our country, unfortunately, a paragon of deception.
I've done a fact check on that, and I don't think that holds. But I'll let you continue.
So it's become a ticket of dishonesty and arrogance. A very toxic mix. Really toxic mix. So toxic. Listen to Ghanaians all over. Go on social media. Listen to the average Ghanaian. A toxic mix. Deception and arrogance. That's what this ticket is about. I mean, I don't remember Napo for saying anything inspirational. I mean, all the things I remember about him, horrible things. The last time we Volta MPs were outraged that our sea defense project, in a year that we had suffered a major disaster, people had lost their livelihoods, all their belongings, houses had been submerged by the tides in coastal Volta across the Anglo Kingdom. Mm-hmm. And we were demanding that we cannot be left out. We are also taxpayers. We are also citizens. Mm-hmm. This is a major disaster. Why have you not made an allocation in the budget for the Keta Sea Defense Project? He told us in the face that if the finance minister listens to us, he will lead a demonstration against that allocation. Really? These are the things I remember him for. Incendiary remarks, insensitive remarks. I mean, the height of arrogance. How is he going to campaign in those parts of the country? How is he going to campaign the Volta region when he thinks that we don't deserve
he was there recently
that we don't deserve a sea defense project?
To commemorate some of your events.
We also remember him not too long ago at the height of Dumso, which is one of his legacies.
You're in Mohammed's Dumso or?
Napo's Dumso, when Ghanaians were up in arms. Insisting that this Dumsiesie deception should stop and that give us a timetable. What did he tell Ghanaians?
But the lights are on now.
He looked Ghanaians in the face.
The lights are on.
He looked Ghanaians in the face. And instead of apologizing.
Temporary.
Instead of apologizing. See how many times.
Temporary.
See how many times when the NDC was in power, leadership will apologize, will empathize with the people, will show the people respect.
The lights are back on.
His mindset is that he's doing us a favor in leadership. That he's some God. He's doing us a favor. Mm-hmm. Told us that we should go and draw our own timetables. This is somebody you say is humble.
No, listen.
I mean, is that leadership?
I'll let you.
Is that servant leadership? To look Ghanaians in the face and tell us that, look, stop disturbing me. Stop worrying me. If you like, go and draw your own time.
That is a misrepresentation.
We all heard him. The video is there.
No.
You didn't watch the video?
That is a misrepresentation.
You didn't watch the video?
No, what he said was that...
They should play the video. They should play the video.
What he said, and I remember vividly, that
what did he say?
This current trouble is not like Mohammed's trouble. That's what he said. And
you didn't hear him say we should go and draw our own timetable?
No.
Huh? Do we work at ECG? Are we the
There's a
great
video in the background.
No, you don't need to play this. What I'm saying is that.
So don't interrupt him.
No.
Oh,
If you don't want us to watch the video, then let's.
Because
no, my point is that the lights are
if
back.
you create a situation of doubt, then we must resolve it.
No, I'm saying the lights are back.
Should we play the video?
It's temporary.
Do you want to watch the video?
Ghanaians have seen it. It is temporary.
Okay, Doug, let's see.
And we have the lights on.
Let's see.
So, I mean, who does that?
The lights are back on.
When you are minister, you are the people's servant.
He is. And he will continue
you
to
are
serve
serving
Ghana.
the people.
And
You are not some monarch. Small.
So
god.
do you take his boldness to be monarchical in a way?
Look, I know many bold people, many assertive people, like Professor Nana Genopoku-Ajima, who I've worked closely with.
Oh.
They don't talk like this. Why? I mean,
I think you misjudge. To
be bold, you have to be insulting. You have to be incendiary. You have to be condescending. Is that what boldness is?
I don't think
you can be bold. You can be assertive. You can be courageous, but still have respect for the people who have put you in office.
Oh, I think you misjudge him.
The utter disrespect. The utter disrespect. The total disregard for the dignity of the people who have the real power is what we are discussing here.
Oh.
And that is what disgusts me about his statements.
No.
You remember, I'm not done.
Really?
You remember what he said about complaints that they have to invest in infrastructure in the secondary schools, that public toilets are not adequate.
Oh, but he was doing a lot. And he's done a lot.
You remember what he said?
If you go to Adisadel now,
it's too early. It's too early in the morning. I don't want to remind people about that polythene bag statement that he made.
Oh. Oh.
And these videos are all over the place. Horrible statements. Appalling
the cuff.
statements.
Off the cuff.
I mean, whether off the cuff, off the script. Why do you talk like that? Why? Why should you be so, reckless?
But,
Why?
just not to cut you.
Why?
At some point in time.
Doug.
Not to cut him.
Just allow him to finish.
You see, this your intervention.
No. I'm just. There's just something small.
Just allow him.
If you allow me.
Just take notes. You take notes.
We almost thought this with Ken during the presidential campaign.
Just take notes.
But
I'll give you an opportunity to say
surprisingly, people liked Ken for his, oration and some of the things he said off the cuff, which were contentious.
We thank you for
that. I mean, you got to love Dapo for some of these things. You got to love him.
I am not going to love any leader who looks me in the face and tells me to go and draw my own timetable when I'm not the ECG boss, when I'm not the grade co boss. I won't love that leader. You won't force me to love that leader.
This is comical.
You
the
will
way
not.
you're serious about this.
You would not.
But the lights are back. The lights are back on.
Apart from
the
fact that I'm not gay and can't be loving a man, I'm not going to be.
No,
I'm not going.
Political love.
I'm not going to be.
Political love.
I'm not going to be moved by that. These are the statements. These are the conduct.
And you see, he's a member of parliament like you
that gave all of us, the political class.
We are parliamentarians.
That is why I am...
The fraternity.
That is why I'm appalled.
Look, our viewers are not enjoying...
Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting?
Yes, you are.
Sorry.
And rudely so.
Sorry. Sorry. Carry on.
So, look...
I'm actually enjoying your points. Carry on.
Doug, you have a pen and a paper. You want an extra paper?
No, I said I'm enjoying his commentary.
I just want you to write.
Okay, I'll zip it. Carry on.
Okay. Fortunately, because you're a doctor, we can't even read your handwriting if we want to even spy on the paper. So feel free and
But I'm sure you can read Napo's handwriting. He's an executive doctor.
There's a line in the Lord's Prayer
which
talks about lead me not into temptation.
All right, clearly.
Yes.
Clearly.
I'm zipping.
Doctor woke up this morning to
carry on.
Attempt to present an angel to us, somebody we've known all these years. You see, what people forget is that we are constantly being assessed right from when you enter public office. You are like an open book. So if suddenly you want to present differently, become an angel, start kneeling all over the place, and getting Dr. Dumaku Kisi and others to come and, whitewash you. We have, in our memory, in our recesses, a clear idea. Look, all of us, we are constantly being assessed as we come on this show. What we say in Parliament, what we do, our mannerisms, our gestures, our speeches, whether written or off the cuff, whatever you describe it, the people are constantly watching us. You can't suddenly tell us that we should put years and decades of what you yourself have given us, how you have presented to us. As doctors, that is how people present. What they tell you, the conditions you see.
Best appearance.
That is what you treat. It's not about, some wishy-washy attempt at rebranding overnight that the people are going to fall for. Nobody is going to fall for that. So, look, we say, bring the ticket on. We in the NDC are very, very, excited about this ticket, this deception and arrogance ticket. Very, very excited about it. Look, there are so many unresolved scandals under his watch. Really? They are all going to come up. The Masset 75 million Ghana cedi scandal. It is going to come back. I don't forget anything. I don't, my brother. 68.5 million photocopy of Wasi Pasco is going to come up. All these scandals are going to come up. We're going to delve into them. So we are not...
So you're going to drop the hotel issue and then focus
No. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. We are not dropping any of the scandals. We will delve into all of them. So, look, if somebody who probably was more inspiring, more refreshing, not a divisive figure, more conciliatory, has respected everybody, has conducted himself or herself, with more grace and more respect towards the Ghanaian people, probably you say that there is an attempt to shore up, if you like, the flag bearers' fortunes. Because what many political analysts do with these choices is that you want to see how the choice can augment, how it can, really shore up the ticket. From what we see, this is a ticket that's going to bring down the whole ticket. I don't see, already this was a very flat, falling, campaign.
Curve.
Yeah, a curve that's going downhill.
Now he's doing infographics.
And clearly this choice is going to even exacerbate the crisis. You're going to see
downward spiral.
A very sharp decline in your fortunes. And I will conclude by saying that for we in the NDC, we remain focused. We hold the view that public perception about politics, about governance in this country is at an all-time low. And we are not the only ones saying that. If you look at all the statistics, you read the latest Afrobarometer, many Ghanaians are so disillusioned.
Disenchanted.
They are disenchanted. And they are horrified about the kind of leadership at play, the levels of arrogance, the levels of looting, of state capture, and the stonewalling when you even demand accountability. And this election is a battle for the soul of the nation. Many Ghanaians are saying that former President Mahama must come and rescue us. And this election is also about punishing impunity. As you have seen the people in the UK do, Ghanaians want to repeat that, even on a larger scale. When you look at all the polls.
We are hoping against that.
I haven't seen any poll where Bawumia is doing anything above 38%. So the Ghanaian people were resolved. After all the hardship, after all the disrespect, telling us to go and draw our own timetables, telling us we can go to hell anytime we demand accountability. A president who does not say what he means and doesn't mean what he says. A flag bearer noted more for his deception, as ABA Fuseni famously said. Even when he greets you, good morning, you have to really look at the direction of the sun and be sure exactly what time of day it is. So it is not really about how arrogant your running mate is or how bombastic you think he can be
on the campaign
platform.
He's very vibrant.
And how many more insults he can pour on Ghanaians, the venom, the vituperation. It's not about that. Ghanaians need a break from this 8 years of horror, this 8 years of pain, this 8 years of anguish. Ghanaians want salvation. And that is what the Mahama Nana Opoku-Agyeman ticket promises. And we will continue on that path of listening to the people. You will never hear President Mahama or Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman tell the Ghanaian people, go and draw your own timetable. If you demand a Keta Sea defense project, we'll demonstrate against you. Go and look for polythene bags, and all of those horrible statements that these your leaders are noted for. We'll continue with their character of decency, of grace, of respect to the electorate and to the larger citizenry. And we hope that our hard work, we are not complacent at all. We are going to continue to work hard. We are going to continue to present a platform of change, a platform to do things differently, to love the country. If we could just love the country a little more, than we love ourselves, grabbing for ourselves like there's no tomorrow. If we can just stop the rot, just depart, from the greed and the self-aggrandizement. I believe that the potential of this country, God has blessed us so much. I mean, what don't we have? Virtually every year we are discovering a new natural resource. It's now lithium, What don't we have? And yet, all the things we have been squandered. I'm so embarrassed looking at the numbers. Ivory Coast is going to do 2 million metric tons of cocoa. Cocoa prices at an all-time high. But we have totally destroyed cocoa board. They can't even do a syndication now. We'll be lucky to even do 500,000. When we're doing 1 million metric tons, when President Mahama was in charge of this country. So there's been a total decay, total retrogression in national affairs. And that cannot continue. And it's like they're rubbing it in your face. They'll tell you even more incendiary stuff, when you tell them to watch it. So I can't wait for December 7. I can't wait for us to continue to deepen the engagements, campaign interactions with the Ghanaian people. And we'll keep it real, we'll keep it honest. We will not tell them what we cannot do. We will not present ourselves as messiahs when we are not. And we hope that our strategy at the end of the day is really about our country, that we can rescue this country and move this nation forward.
All right, okay. Doc, you want to add something?
Yes. I think Sami has poured his heart out. One thing I wanted to remind him is the fact that, through all of this, we're all parliamentarians. And I think I need to add that I'm excited that a parliamentarian has been given the opportunity to become running mate. And that fraternity we both belong to. And I think that just like assembly members, if an assembly member is ascended to another level, all assembly members are happy. And I'm hoping that by just that note, by way of showing, love for his fellow parliamentarian, moving forward, he will also be a bit, coy about the words that he chooses. And
I thought you sit close to the Honorable Andy Appiah-Kubi on your side. Is he not a parliamentarian too?
No,
you didn't hear the things he said. He was harsher than me.
No, what I'm saying is...
He even said Napo can't touch him, can't raise his hand. You didn't hear him?
No, that was a figurative speech.
Yeah, that he will stay away from
No, that was a figurative speech. That has been settled.
Many MPs are speaking the truth from both sides of the...
No, that was a figurative speech.
So you are saying because we belong to the same house, we can't speak the truth?
No.
We shouldn't be truthful?
No, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is that in as much as we talk about Napo, let's be minded about the fact that we are all parliamentarians. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but let's not bury the truth.
I'm not saying we should bury. I'm not saying that. So in concluding, I think that one, His Excellency Bawumia had the sole prerogative, in choosing who his running mate was or is, and we need to respect that. I would respect the NDC for their choice, and I respect the MPP for our choice. And I would encourage our party members to rally around the chosen two who are, heading towards the December 2024 elections so that we can continue to help this country. It is interesting that even the Brits are looking at 5-year, tenure, and what is very clear to me is that I am of the opinion that 6-year tenure in Ghana might be the way to go in the future. And someday, when I can work on that bill, with the likes of Okudzeto, we must consider 6-year terms, either 2 6-year terms, because the nation bleeds also during election year. And if the cycle can just change a little bit, Ghana's development will be much better. And there's no single presidency that would wish one term. Now, the other key thing I wish to put across, which I by no means doing politics. Yesterday, I chaired a program for the aged at the University of Ghana, Legon. And in fact, I think Ghanaians don't appreciate the aged enough. And we need to be very mindful of that, in the sense that sometimes dementia or Alzheimer's is misunderstood in families. And I think we need to create more awareness. And then we need to, as Ghanaians, try to encourage our old ones to join us to the mall as well. Join us to fun activities. Because these things trigger a lot of memories in their mind. And also, the more active they are, the longer they live. So based on what I saw yesterday and what I learned, also under the leadership of Mahmoud Bawumia, he was also there to make a handsome donation to the aged department, where they are doing studies for the aging. And I think that many of us, all of us, have if not grandparents, our parents have hit above 70. And Ghana's retirement age, certainly, I think I can almost vouch that Okudzeto knows it's 60. And at 60, life is not over. Now, I think my mom does more WhatsApp than I do. She actually sends me more videos than I can imagine. So above 60, life is not over. They have the opportunity to train and take good care of us. And I think that the least we can do is that we need to be mindful of the fact that the young shall grow old. And the aged is the responsibility of us, the young. And we need to take deliberate action towards retiring them, deliberate action towards empowering them, making them more independent. And they also have rights. Elderly people have rights. Older adults, that's the right word, have rights. And we need to all, as a country, work on this bill for the aged. so that we can really empower our old folks, help them with better retirement packages, and really the nation stands taller when we take care of the vulnerable. And that is my submission.
Right after this program, right after my engagement with the two of you, honorable members of parliament, I'll be speaking with a 17-year-old lady. Okay. She's Brial Nana Efriye Krofa.
Okay.
And she's set up a foundation.
Oh.
And she is raising money to support the neurological department at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital.
Oh, nice.
What is it that has inspired her?
Nice.
Her friend, who was 13 then, died 3 years ago, so he would have been 16.
No. From degenerative. Okay.
Raising money for the surgeries, had raised about 30,000, and then some complications. And a friend passed. And that has inspired her to set up a foundation and raise money for the neurological.
We need more of such
department.
things. We need more of such things.
I invited her to come over.
Bless her.
This morning.
Bless her.
Between the two of us, I would give less than him, but whatever he gives.
Why will you give less?
To support. He's a second term or third term. So I have to give seniority to him.
But you were earning dollars.
No, but it's appropriate.
Or the delegates took all the money.
they kwacha. Not they took all. They kwacha. So we'll make a donation. There are many things that we work together on.
Yes.
Some things we don't agree.
In fact, I'll let her join you before you guys leave.
Wonderful. So and in fact, Professor Matekole was there. He's one of the neuroscientists in the country, and he was there as well. He taught me about schizophrenia and things of that nature. Fantastic professor.
So our focus really is about supporting a unit with respect to children who are affected by brain tumor.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll be having that conversation with the brother.
And the other conditions also like Guillain-Barré and others that strike people in the adolescence age.
Yeah. Last year I made some donations to the neurosurgical department at Kolebu. Medical equipments. Yeah. So it's a good cause.
All right. So we'll take a break. When we return, what's the latest on the Snate hotels? And who are stealing the parks and gardens lands? We'll be back shortly. Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Still with me on the show, I have Dr. Dixon Adumaku-Kisi and also the Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. Ayesoko, that could sometimes be big, but Betway's cash out be bigger. Betway is giving you more control over every thrilling bet you place. Enjoy the biggest and most reliable cash out in Ghana on Betway without any hassle. Sign up today at betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. It's not for persons under 18, and it's regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more. And Blue Jeans energy drink has been on the Ghanaian market for over 20 years. We already know what it does for the body. It contains vitamins and nutrients like vitamin B2, B3, B6, B12, as well as taurine and guarana, which are known to boost your strength and energy, as well as promote high performance and endurance. Blue Jeans energy drink has been tested and tried. It's indeed the best. Blue Jeans energy drink is for bold and active men and women. So go on, grab a cold can and power your day. It's in shops nationwide, and you can reach Budget Cash and Carry Limited on 0208 128 190 055 001 0000. Right. Okay. So let's start off with something that transpired in Parliament this week, and it had to do with an urgent question. Last week, the Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa was here speaking about land looting of state lands and referred to the parks and gardens lands around the cantonment area and all that. And he indicated that he had filed an urgent question in Parliament. Well, the Honorable Minister for Local Government and Rural Development, was in Parliament to answer this urgent question. Let's watch what transpired in Parliament.
Honourable, kindly bid your time. If it comes, we'll invite you to, please. So I'll move on to a question to be answered by the Minister for Local Government and Decentralization. Honourable. The question number 6C is to be asked by the Honourable Member for North Tongue, the Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa.
It's a state capture question. I'm grateful, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I rise to ask the Honourable Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development what the ministry is doing to protect land belonging to the Department of Parks and Gardens in Accra and other parts of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, this is because of recent claims by some private developers of having secured title to Parks and Gardens land, particularly within the cantonment area. I'm grateful, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in 2022, I had the privilege with officials of the ministry and other officers of the Department of Parks and Gardens to undertake a comprehensive inventory of all assets, including lands that belong to the department. Following this development, Mr. Speaker, a report was prepared and captured all the lands under the aegis of the Department of Parks and Gardens, and by extension, the ministry. To ensure a holistic approach to the protection of public vested lands, like the lands belonging to the department, the ministry has been consulting with stakeholders, particularly the Lands Commission, to assess the executive instruments that secure these lands, to ward off any unscrupulous persons encroaching on the lands. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, we have also collaborated with all the regional coordinating councils to engage their respective regional lands commissions to take necessary steps to protect all lands belonging to the department. Mr. Speaker, to physically secure these lands, the ministry is taking measures to provide fencing by walling the lands to prevent any encroachment. As a minister, I'm still pursuing the matter and engaging all stakeholders to protect and secure the titles of those lands, especially those that do not have ones. On the particular case of the Department of Parks and Gardens land in cantonments, the recent claimant to the portion of the land indicated that he acquired a title to the land in contention, but could not produce same after he took the matter to court. The court subsequently dismissed the case and requested the plaintiff to re-enter the case with a proper documentation. Mr. Speaker, our checks, however, revealed that the claimant did not have any valid documentation to the land. I wish to state that the land in question has a valid certificate of allocation dated 2nd October 1952 to the Department of Parks and Gardens. Mr. Speaker, the Land Use and Special Planning Authority, LUSPA, had in 2022 cautioned the general public to stay away from the use of the land for any private development purposes. Pursuant to the Land Use and Special Planning Act 2016 and its regulations, as well as the Local Governance Act, green belts, gardens and parks usage cannot be altered except through Parliament. In this regard, the ministry is working closely with LUSPA to ensure that all the developers and citizenry who adhere to the planning and development permitting processes under the purview of the MMDAs. Mr. Speaker, regarding the department's lands in Wa, for instance, I wish to confirm that the certificate of allocation dated 27 November 1975 has also been retrieved from the Lands Commission. In this regard, the ministry has served notice to reclaim the encroached land of the department in Upper West region, which has been encroached by a developer to be used setting up of a fuel station. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I commend the Minister for his very objective response. My first supplementary question, Mr. Speaker, is to find out from the Honorable Minister if he is aware that this private developer, who he has rightfully informed this House does not have title to the land. Is the Minister aware that he has gone to place 2 containers at the Parks and Gardens land and is harassing the management of Parks and Gardens that he wants to take over and begin construction? Is he aware of that fact, and what is he doing to get those containers out of there and protect the management and staff of the Parks and Gardens and the land which belongs to all of us as the only green belt in the capital?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes, indeed, I can confirm knowledge of the 2 containers that the claimant put there. Mr. Speaker, immediately when it came to attention, we mobilized to remove one of them and throw it out. But subsequently, then a court action came. Subsequent to the court action, now that he is no more in court, we intend to remove the other one as quickly as possible so that the place is cleared for use by the state. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable.
I'm grateful, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my second question relates to the encroachment in the Upper West regional capital of Wa. I hold in my hands...
Honorable, let's look at your question again.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, I said other parts of Ghana. Yes.
Department of Parks Gardens in Accra and other parts of Ghana. Very well.
I'm grateful, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. Yes. Yeah, Mr. Speaker, we know that when the Honorable Joe Wise is in the chair, our question must be comprehensive. So, Mr. Speaker, I hold in my hands an 8 March 2024 letter from the Lands Commission to the Upper West Regional Minister, who was trying to ward off the encroachers. And the Lands Commission wrote to the regional minister, and Mr. Speaker, I'll just quickly quote one paragraph, the second paragraph, to the minister. Quote, I wish to inform you that per the records of the Lands Commission, the developer has a valid land title document, deed of lease, covering the portion developed into a fuel filling station and must be noted as such. Because of this letter, the regional minister appears helpless, and the developers are continuing to encroach and build this fuel filling station. Is the Honourable Minister aware of this development, and what are you doing to protect the Parks and Gardens land in Wa and get these encroachers to back off? I'm grateful, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I did indicate earlier that the land in contention is covered by a certificate of allocation dated 27 November 1975 to the state. On the basis of this, we reject the claim by the Regional Lands Commission. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, we are not aware as a ministry of any decision by the state to relinquish its interests in the land. If that were to be the case, it should have been before this House. On the basis of that, we still believe that the land still holds as a property of government, Parks and Gardens for that matter, and we intend to reclaim it back to the state.
But the question was, what are you doing about the developer currently developing?
Mr. Speaker, we have begun a process to engage with the Lands Commission Upper West to investigate further how they came about with this title and subsequently apply the laws to remove the structures that have been put. Mr. Speaker, the portion of land is in twofold, Site A, Site B. So the Site A, measuring about 8 acres, is where this encroachment has happened. And we will take steps to demolish this unauthorized property on the land and get it reverted back to the state. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, my final question will be the role of the Lands Ministry and the Lands Commission. In all of these matters we are investigating as part of our parliamentary oversight, we see some complicity of a sort, particularly at the Lands Commission. I want to find out if the Honorable Minister for Local Government has engaged his counterpart at the Lands Ministry and what they are really doing to address this canker, because it's all over. We are receiving calls from all over the country, Western region, Volta region, Upper East region, and in no time all our grain fields will be gone, and it is an existential threat. So have you had any engagement with the Lands Minister and the Lands Commission so that they would really stop this complicity, which has become very, very apparent?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to assure the honourable member that indeed there is some collaboration between local government and the Lands Ministry, culminating in some work before Cabinet, which I hope that Cabinet will soon approve and will come, which is aimed at protecting government or state lands and preventing such occurrences. So indeed there is some collaboration between local government and the Lands Ministry. We have put before Cabinet a document. We hope that pretty soon it will be out, and then we will address all of these things. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Okay, so as we watch all these things play out in the executive arm of government, and things look like we are in a rudderless ship.
Yeah.
I mean, where you would want to go to seek redress is where?
The courts.
The courts.
Yeah.
The courts themselves have gone to court.
Yeah. They are the latest victims.
Over their lands.
Yes, they are the latest victims. So when we talk about the state capture.
The court is in court.
Yeah. Judges have had to run to their colleague judges to save them. And I'll come to that in a jiffy.
Did they wear cassock or what did they wear to go?
I mean, you wonder, is there no adult in the room? What is happening?
Opening if you.
There must be something.
No, but
worse.
our land issues.
There must be something worse than greed.
I mean, look at same government. See how the local government minister, and I believe in his sincerity.
Yeah.
But you can tell that he's helpless. He's helpless. He wants to protect the land. Look, this cantonment's land. I have here.
Is that what the container they want to take?
Two
one?
containers.
And
Yes.
they
They try to take one out.
Yes. They took one out. Then the man rushes to court.
Yeah.
The government of Ghana.
Government of Ghana. Government of Ghana.
Has been
and
taken
this,
to court.
And the guy at the center of this is called Reverend Ezekiel of Danny Ike Real Estate, some shadowy real estate. I've been digging, looking for their office for more than 2 weeks. You know, shadowy characters, clearly fronting for people. No, and you see, the Lands Commission, I have done a search, and they actually attempted. This is land at 10.8 acres. On the 2nd of October 1952, the colonialists thought that Ghana needs to preserve its grain belt, needs a horticultural zone where rare species, rare plants will grow and all of that. And since 1952,
Before
every
independence.
government has protected this piece of land. Who at the Lands Commission is engaged in
Look,
this?
already those they are old buildings that they lived
Yes.
in behind the 37
Yes.
and all
It's
those
all
places. It's all gone.
It's all gone.
There's one who does work for me.
Yeah.
A few years ago, he came to me. They've been asked to leave,
I
so
mean,
he needs money to go and rent a place.
And they share impunity. So he is followed to court, and certainly alarm has blown, so they have to, duck. They don't have adequate documents, so they are at bay for now. but the second container is there. I've told the local government minister, if he needs support, if he needs macho men from North Town, we'll all come and help him.
But the person who sits in cabinet with the interior minister, the lands minister, the national security minister, he can't protect his land from an individual.
He appears to have become...
He can't protect his land from having containers on the land.
This reminds me of
you don't know what is happening in this country.
The soldiers looking for an armed, what do you call it, land guard to protect their land.
Yeah.
I mean, soldiers. It has also happened.
You know, the 8th March 2024 letter I was reading in Parliament. Can you believe regional minister, Upper West regional minister, he says that, look...
Chair of RECSEC.
Chair of RECSEC.
Yeah.
I want to go and protect my parks and gardens lands. Then he receives this letter from the Upper West Lands Commission that he should back off, signed by Achampon Wilfred, surveyor, acting regional lands officer.
It will be sorted out.
It says, Minister, alleged illegal development, construction of fuel station near Parks and Gardens, Dobile, Kampala, Nani residential area, along J.J. Rawlings High Street, one municipality, Upper West region. Land title information and brief historical background of the site. Please, furtherance to your request for information. The subject matter above refers to enable you to take further actions on the alleged illegal development. I wish to inform you that per the records of the Lands Commission, the developer has valid land title documents, deed of lease, covering the portion developed into a fuel filling station and must be noted as such. Please find attached to this letter details of land registration particulars and brief historical background relating to the subject site in line with your request for study and necessary action submitted accordingly. Can you believe that? So the RECSEC is trying to protect the Parks and Gardens lands. Lands Commission says, hey, back off. The people have valid title. Now you have the supervising minister tell Parliament that per their records, that land which was secured in
1952,
67, yes, or 67, the Upper West one, is intact. Government has not relinquished its interest. And we all know under the Constitution, Article 25, even if government were to say that we no longer will use it for its purpose, it must revert to the original owners.
Yeah.
You don't sell it to private developers. It's a grave constitutional violation. So what's going on here? Same government, same government.
No, but
some ministers,
local government,
a few ministers trying to protect, others are looting like there's no tomorrow. Same government. Look, let me come to what has happened to the judges. I have secured all the court documents on this matter.
Which one is that?
And look,
you've not heard the opposite American embassy?
Also opposite the American embassy. 13 bungalows belonging to the judges. 13. And you see, what makes matters worse is that these judges cannot be accused of not having been proactive. When they saw the movements, they hurriedly rushed to secure an injunction. So when you read the court documents, on the 28th of November 2023, they secured an interlocutory injunction against those marauding invaders. Will you believe that they defied the injunction?
So hold on. These are Superior Court judges.
Yes.
Okay. Then they went to court.
Yes.
And they got an injunction.
Yes.
And they were defied.
And they were defied. Can you believe that? Can you believe the impunity? Judges who have run to their colleagues to give them an injunction. I mean, it's incredible. They get an injunction 28 November 2023. These marauding invaders, these looters, say that who the hell are you? Judges, so what? Appeal court judge, Supreme Court judges. We will defy you. And after the injunction, according to the court records, they went to demolish 3 more bungalows. Number 7, 5th Circular Road, Cantonments. Number 18, 5th Circular Road, Cantonments. Number 36, 5th Circular Road, Cantonments. Can you believe that? Judges, we have shown you, we say we have an injunction. And one of the people, Frames Oil Company Limited. You say injunction, so what? Look, these people must clearly have the blessing of the highest person of this land.
Yeah,
because
see,
if you don't have superior backing, can you do this? These are not even some magistrates or something. No? Look, let me read the kind of bungalows we are talking about. If you come to these court documents, we are talking about
I think
number 7 5th Circular Road, Cantonments, last occupied by Justice F.G. Kobier. You know him. Senior jurist, eminent, Number 18, Fifth Circular Road, Cantonments, last occupied by
but
Justice Anthony Abada.
Does greed no prominence?
Number 21, Fifth Circular Road, Cantonments, last occupied by Justice K.A. Oforiatta.
I think so.
Robin Batu's family, Justice Yao Apaus, Bangalore, Justice Stephen Kyonyoke,
So is this State House?
Justice Julius Ansan, Justice Akamba, Justice P.K. Jaisayo.
Wait, is this State House in that is demolition or?
Which state has it? Private
Incredible.
people.
So the Judicial Service of Ghana
verify.
has sued Frames Oil Company and sued the Attorney General.
Okay.
Incredible. And you see, after they secured the injunction, these Frames Oil guys wrote, according to these court documents, wrote a letter on the 28th of January.
This year.
Yeah. To the judges that, hey, you are wasting our time. Move out quickly. The second defendant informed the plaintiff of the alleged sale and requested for vacant possession of the land.
So who sold to Frames?
Lands Commission,
Okay.
according to them.
Okay.
I mean, it's incredible.
So now the court is in court.
It's in court
with the government.
with the government.
Okay.
What is going on in this country?
And the private individual who the government sold to says go to hell.
But I'm
Look,
also
later
wondering-
this morning, I have more urgent questions coming up. The Interior Minister
Yes.
is coming to respond to the mess within the prisons service.
The
Are
land.
you aware that Baumia's senior advisor says that he has been given land since President Kufuor's era, which he couldn't take ownership of? He now wants it. So the Ghana prison service hierarchy has had to go to court. Appointees of the same government, Akufo-Addo's appointees, are in the High Court against Baumia's senior advisor, Professor Piedu.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm asking the Interior Minister
So
today, what is
the
happening?
court and the prisons are in court.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you wonder what is going on. He will also be responding to an urgent question on the barracks land, which is also going. They've asked the prison officials there to leave. I mean, why? You people don't want to leave anything for us. You don't want to leave the country. Look, what is even the...
Wait. Were you referring to me?
Yeah, your colleagues in government. Yeah, it's your party.
When you said you people, I mean, because you know, that would be unfair.
Look,
unfair to me.
That
would be unfair to me.
it's your party.
Because just
one
like
of the bungalows affected was occupied by a judge known as Justice Jaisayo.
Yeah, Jaisayo, yeah.
Okay.
Not even his name, Jaisayo, can make them jai. They didn't jai after hearing that, Jaisayo Bungalow Neo. And no cry, no.
Hey!
It's incredible.
Ade.
I mean, you just wonder why.
No.
But I think.
So when we
think-
talk about the state capture, people think that.
I will side with Martin and J. Costa on
Yes.
this one.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll wait to see how the
See
the
how the local government
state to
minister
state.
cut a lowly image. See how he's alone.
No, I mean
No, he can't even handle two containers.
Oh, yes.
one container.
Oh.
No, he's handled one. He's
He's
left with
handled
one.
one. Yeah.
He moved one. Yeah.
Oh. What
So-
is happening?
Masa,
And you know, my pedigree is much smaller than Martin and J. Costa.
Oh, I mean.
So
this
let
is,
me
you know.
support what he's doing.
And you see,
And,
you see
even those who superintend the courts,
they are not seeing top.
yeah.
they are in court. They are helpless.
You
So they are not seeing top.
Oh,
You know, when we started all this state capture campaign, they kept threatening us, go to court, we'll take you to court and all. So I thought at least,
No,
as for the
this-
judges, they will spare them.
If
You know,
substantiated.
so that at least they can keep using them as a threat to us. Not even the judges could be spared. Jaisayo and others all could not be spared.
No, I mean, Jai, are you
Yeah.
sure it's somebody's name?
yes,
Oh,
yes.
he's a
Oh,
very
yeah.
famous
Famous judge.
Yes, very, very.
Really?
Yes.
Jai
Jaisayo.
Sayo.
Justice P.K. Jaisayo.
He's still planting.
you know,
We'll give you 20 years.
Yes, very, very strict judge. You know,
But he's retired now.
impeccable,
Yeah,
yes.
retired.
You know, I mean, what is
So
happening?
they've reduced him.
Doc, are we sure that the Jubilee House is intact? Are we sure that
We have to check.
that land is still?
We have to check,
Is still in the name
especially
of
the
state?
adjoining lands. We have to check.
Oh, it has to be intact.
Even parliament, please go and check your parliament.
Yeah.
Whether
I think some of these things are serious errors. I'm sure, and it's good that they've
Error
launched,
is worse than error. This
they've
is not
launched
error.
a suit against the Attorney General. So I think it will bring out it will bring out all the necessary.
No, the judges had an injunction. They were proactive.
No, what I'm saying
they
is
saw
that
the movie,
even the
injunction.
suit, I'll commend
Even
them.
the injunction
I mean
was
that.
defied.
What will make
What?
what will make a private person
Yes.
defy
Yes.
an
Court-
injunction
according-
Obtained
by the judiciary?
Yeah,
the judiciary.
is
It should tell you who are.
They must
who
not
are
be
behind.
standing on all
But-
fours.
but
They
I-
must be standing on
I-
all forties.
Clearly.
I think that also we need to rope in the regional minister here for clarity.
But you're a medical doctor. Is there a cure for greed? From a medical point of view, is there a cure for greed?
Greed,
Yes.
avarice.
Is there a cure from a medical point of view? Is there? Maybe prayer, but from
It's an addiction of some sort. So maybe counseling, and
Counseling.
further counseling, and that is where religion comes in.
Okay.
You know,
Doc, there's
enough of this.
no. There's a major development
Another one.
on the SNIT hotel sales.
Let's wrap up with that.
Yes,
Okay.
major development.
Oh, our time is up. Oh,
That time is
So
not
we'll
up
just
yet.
wrap up with
You are
that.
not the timekeeper.
We'll be speaking with a young lady.
oh it's
Yeah. So let me.
we
let me-
committed
let me-
to 10 o'clock.
So, when we left here last week, the National Pensions Regulatory Authority
Issued a statement.
issued a statement that they have instructed SNIT to suspend the processes leading to the sale of our hotels to Rock City, owned by the Honorable Brad Champon, Minister for Food and Agriculture.
Yeah.
I have called that an initial victory for the Ghanaian people, particularly the thousands of people who poured out on the streets. But it is only an initial victory. Subsequently, I have intercepted further documents, explosive, damning, the transaction advisor's verdict on the transaction, dated 24th May 2024. Look, based on this transaction advisor's report, we are insisting that we don't want to hear of suspension. We want to hear cancellation. Look,
Is this public?
the transaction advisor, I have since published it. I published it a few days ago. The transaction advisor, Dr. Sam Mensah,
Can I see a copy?
this 5-pager is so explosive. Let me just read through some of his findings. And this is dated 24th May 2024, addressed to the Board of Trustees, SNIT. The transaction advisor says the proposal.
Oh, sorry. Apparently, Dr. Justice Jasayo is passed on.
Oh,
Apparently, the bungalow was sold whilst he was still living in it.
my goodness.
He's still passed on. The Honorable Kofi Adams says he's from his constituency.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But he's passed on now.
Oh,
But it was sold whilst he was still in
What?
the thing.
Jessica.
May he rest in perfect peace. So the transaction advisor reveals in this document that apparently Rock City was given a sweetheart deal, that they were the only ones allowed to pay in installment. They said they will pay half, $30.8 million, spread the rest over 24 months, and without interest.
The rest is
interest
30 million.
Yes, so the rest will be, yes, about 30.40 million. Now, the transaction advisor says that the proposal offers an installment plan with no confirmation of availability of funds. There is no indication of ability to pay. The arrangements for the transfer of the shares do not satisfy the objectives of SNIT. Transfer of the management and ownership will take 2 years. The 2-year installment plan was not made available to all bidders. The Rock City proposal, as it stands, will not satisfy SNIT's objective. The transaction is stretched out over a 2-year period of uncertainty, during which the implementation of SNIT's strategic objectives will essentially be on hold. Other investors who submitted bids did not have an option of spreading the payment of shares over a 2-year period. A 2-year transition will make the transaction a target of public scrutiny. The proposal does not indicate the source of funding for the balance of the acquisition price. Rock City's latest proposal does not include a bank guarantee. Look, this is worse than PDS. At least with PDS, they attempted to get some insurance guarantee. It says, however, the current proposal does not reflect a bank guarantee and a firm indication of the ability of Rock City Hotel to settle the transaction in full. Then these are the recommendations. The transaction advisor recommends SSNIT's position should be to insist on full payment now. SSNIT should avoid the risk that comes with carrying a receivable for 2 years in order to achieve its objectives. A bank guarantee does not eliminate the risk, as SSNIT will still be faced with the bank's credit risk. Rock City's financials cannot support the transaction. The table below shows that Rock City's total projected annual revenue for 2024 cannot meet the half-year installment payment of 109.7 million Ghana cedis. In addition, the company does not have cash reserves to support the installment payments. Damning verdict. Damning. And you see, when you read...
That one, I would argue against it a little.
Look, when you read SSNIT's own...
It's not the cash reserve. The asset itself might be worth so much.
No, they said it was... No, they said it was
That's
not.
just one.
To purchase.
They did that.
To purchase something.
When you read SSNIT's own procurement notice, the pre-qualification criteria, they said that before you qualify to even be shortlisted, you must have sources and proof of funding.
30 million.
The transaction advisor says that there was no proof of funding.
No, he has 30.
So,
the other
so
30.
Rock
Based on
City,
what you are
so
saying.
Rock City should not even have been shortlisted.
No. I think that's an unfair statement.
What you put out was that everybody should pay in full. The other bidders were not allowed to do installment.
No, what I'm saying is
It was not allowed.
But you would agree that the 30 million is available, right?
Even that they didn't see.
And nobody.
They didn't see evidence of that. They didn't see source of funding. There was no bank guarantee.
Just as we do exemptions,
Look,
these
it's
are
clear
caveats to
that
help
it is-
sustain the business.
And
So-
Doc, you know what even makes matters.
But send me some of these things because I haven't looked at them.
Don't worry,
at
I'll
all.
share all with you.
Yeah, I haven't looked
Now
at
that
them.
you are developing.
Next time, just as in court, you need to let me know what you are bringing so that I can make a case.
No problem.
You
No
know, you
problem.
give it to your, the defense to know before you present.
Except
so
that,
please,
except that we don't have
I'm not a lawyer here,
courtroom
but
rules yet.
over the next time, Hanina documents.
But Doc,
because right now,
Doc,
you still haven't even given it to
you
me.
have to do us a favor.
Yeah.
Like
You still
Ghanaians.
haven't given it to me. Can I look at
You
it?
see, this was given to the board chairman of SSNIT on the 24th of May 2024.
Yes.
And then a month after, 26 June,
Yes.
she writes an op-ed, that's her article, and says that the deal is so clean, squeaky clean, that even if God's angels come and investigate, she is sure she will come out clean.
Can I
Meanwhile,
look at
she
this?
knew she had this transaction advisors.
Can I look at it?
I mean, why should our elders be doing this to us?
Let him read it.
Oh,
So
you
next
can-
time,
you can
send
have
me
it.
prior
Let
notice.
me add more.
Send me prior notice.
You
So
want
this
what
is my
you want what the
purpose.
judges are going through to the judges
Yes,
of the
yes, yes,
it's
yes,
also,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
you can have all.
But just a few key points. I mean, which I always like to say. I think that let's be clear about one key thing, that some of the monies, which is the 30 million, is available. Which we need to be clear about that.
Do you know how much we paid this transaction advisor?
It will be a percentage of
$491,000, over
Yes.
7 million.
So
Don't take their findings lightly.
Yes, but
we have paid good
the,
money.
The advisories are based on the worth of the.
He's not complaining about the fee.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
He's
saying
just
that.
saying that we pay top dollar.
Yes, so don't treat their findings lightly.
I am not. But like one key thing in business, which I need to add, is the fact that just as we do exemptions to strengthen and help with the business operation post-purchase, I'm not surprised at all that they arrange for a 12-month period of the half. And if that is the question...
24 months.
24 months of the other half. And
this was a work
these
and pay arrangement. Clear work and pay.
But look, in the process of choosing somebody, if you put a criteria out, that criteria must cut across everybody.
Yes.
You see, these are the things that then raise the issue
but
of
sources and
of
proof
the-
of funding.
Just hold on. The issue of paying in installments and all
Yes,
that. These are the issues that then brings about the conflict of interest and influence and all that.
But respectfully,
the
just
bias.
looking at the pre-qualification, it says sources and proof of funding. It doesn't say source of proof of full funding.
Oh.
I mean, listen.
No, it was there.
You were
It's-
saying that
yes.
earlier, but it isn't.
Proof
You can
of
look at
funding.
it. Proof
Proof
of
of
funding.
funding.
And if he's providing
And it's a
half,
one-off payment. According to the transaction advisor, that's what was agreed.
No,
this installment, read the transaction
read
advisor's
this.
report.
Read this in conjunction with the
You must read the documents.
transaction advisors.
That will take me
The
the whole show
transaction
to
advisor
read, so
says that
there's a lot
others
of
were not
pages.
given that option. Other bidders. Yeah.
Okay.
Including,
I'll look at
including Freddie Blaze top
But-
son, who
but
has
next
$200
time,
million.
Alleged 200 million. That also has not been proven.
If
Has that been
if
proven?
the Blaze knew that you can pay an installment,
You doubt your former.
No, what I'm saying is
your
that
former
has not been
national
proven.
chairman.
That is a claim. I can sit here and say I can pay
are you doubting
200,000.
You doubt your former national chairman.
Oh, listen, this is business we're talking about.
In fact, is the board chairman
I
of
mean,
the GMPC?
yes.
Listen, this is. But what I'm saying is that the veracity, the true deal, is that proof
And
of funding.
theirs was no installment.
As it
they
stands
had
now,
theirs ready.
No, you can't verify
They
all
had
of
theirs
that.
ready.
Please, you don't know that.
That's what the chairman said.
Kujato, you don't know that. So please, let's not quote based on that. Based on what the kind of good work you're doing.
Look,
anybody can sit on TV and say that he has $100 million.
It's good to know that you don't fully trust your chairman, but that's okay.
No. This is business we're talking
Join
about.
us to demand full cancellation.
It hasn't been validated.
Look, this must be cancelled. We don't want to even hear of suspension. They should cancel this transaction. It's not in the national interest. And the state capture must stop.
I will look at.
And I hope you will join our private members bill. I want to add your name.
For what?
Banning all
I'm a very
politically exposed persons from buying state assets.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. We'll look at it.
Thank you.
We'll look at it.
Thank you very much.
But I'm very pro
I know
enterprise,
I know you are fine.
pro
patriot.
business. So I think.
But I'm sure you are pro legitimate business.
Absolutely, all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time.
All right. Okay. So.
And she's beautiful too.
Wow.
All right.
Congratulations. We are so proud of you.
So I told you about an interview I was going to have with a young lady today. She's joined us on the show. I want us
Can I let you sit so that I
do it
stand?
together. No, it's fine.
Okay.
I want us to do it together. So I mean, you can see that we've been joined here by a young lady. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Brielle
Nane Free Krofa.
Nice name.
Okay.
17.
Okay. Where's your school? Ogbojo.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So you're
nice.
17.
Wow, that's nice.
Okay. So why are you on my show this morning?
I started a foundation called Brielle Brain Care Foundation, and I want to talk about it so that more people know about it and I can raise awareness about brain tumor.
Why did you set up this foundation?
Okay, so 3 years ago, I lost my friend named Michael to brain tumor.
Okay.
And I thought to myself that instead of grieving, why don't I do something to give back to the avenue that took my friend's life? So that is why I started in honor of him, because he didn't die because the surgery went bad, but then he died due to lack of equipment.
Okay, Brielle, you know what? Let's start off. I think that earlier on we had a problem with microphones. So let's
Okay.
start off with the introduction. So tell us your name, your age, and why you're here.
Okay, my name is Brielle Nane Free Krofa, and I am 17 years old, and I'm here today to talk about my foundation, Brielle Brain Care Foundation, which I started in honor of my friend Michael, who died of brain tumor. And he didn't die due to bad surgery, but he died due to lack of equipment. So now my initiative is to create a sustainable funding pool to generate funds to support brain tumor patients, specifically children, to improve their quality of life. So when we raise the money, instead of just leaving the money in the funding pool, we'll buy the machines, we'll purchase the machines with the money we're able to raise and give it to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, because we are in collaboration with them and Dr. Banka.
Okay. So you told us about your school.
Yes.
Yeah, what's the name of your school again?
International Community School
Okay.
in Ogbojo.
Okay.
Yes.
Which form are you in now?
I'm in year 11.
Year 11.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Okay.
She's so eloquent.
We've
So
committed
eloquent.
on this show to support you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
So
much.
I will come about half of what he gives.
So how are you raising the funds? What's your strategy?
Okay, so on Saturday,
Saturday, tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes.
We are hosting a charity event. We are actually launching the foundation. So we are hosting a charity event so that people can come and play games, and there'll be food vendors as well, different vendors. People will buy tickets, and all those things will be used to raise money. And also there'll be we also have places that people can donate. So there's a code by MTN, or you can send Momo to 2 different numbers.
Nice.
Okay, so we're putting the flyer on the screen now.
Okay.
So this is the flyer that you developed.
Yes, but the date was changed to the 6th of July.
Yeah, so on this flyer, which is the original flyer,
yes,
we actually have the 6th, which is today. But the date has been changed to tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes. So tomorrow is the actual date.
Yes.
For the fundraising event.
Yes.
So please.
So tomorrow 6th July. Today is 5th.
Yeah. So tomorrow the 6th. Yes.
Tomorrow the 6th.
Yes. So so that's basically it. I just want to get the details myself.
So any target? What's your target?
My target is between 500,000 to 1 million CDs.
Okay. You can do it.
So this is what it says. Braille Brain Care Foundation, as part of brain tumor awareness.
Yes.
Braille Brain Care Foundation, in partnership with the neurological department of the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, is having a fundraising to support the unit stroke children affected by brain tumor.
Yes.
And the theme is Together We Are Stronger. Beat the tumor,
save a life. Yes.
And the date, on the flyer it says Friday the 5th, but it's actually Saturday the 6th of July, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And the venue is the East Gardens Event Center, opposite Vide Cafe, Boundary Road.
Yes.
That should be East Legon.
East Legon, yes.
East Legon. So East Gardens Event Center, opposite the Vide Cafe, Boundary Road, East Legon. And the activities, food, drinks, games, and performances.
Yes.
And the tickets are 100 CDs for adults and 50 CDs for children. Right?
Yes. Children is below 18 and adults is 18 plus.
Okay. And you've also given some phone numbers. You were talking about an MTN code to donate money.
Yes.
What's that? Okay. It's on your phone, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So just relax and find it.
Take your time.
Don't worry. Just take your time.
We're here because of you.
Don't worry.
No, she's very good. I mean, no stage fright.
No.
Have you been doing TV for some time?
Yes, I've been doing it this week.
It's
okay, so
I'm sure you want to take over from me.
Yeah.
So there are numbers for the donation aside the MTN code, which is 0243 421 001.
Okay, give me that number again.
0243
421
001.
001.
Yes.
So 043 421 001.
And there's another number.
This is a Momo number.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's also 054 956 0556. And there's an account number.
Okay.
The account name is Braille Brain Care Foundation at Stanbic Bank. And the account number is 90400.
Okay, just take your time.
Okay, sorry.
So Braille Brain Care Foundation.
Yes.
At
Stanbic Bank.
Stanbic Bank. Right?
Yes, please.
Okay, and the account number is
90 40 01 22 94 27 6.
So 9040 0122 94276.
Yes.
Okay.
And the donation code is *20
*20
3* 04 72 #. Yes, please.
Okay. So Braille, spelled BRIELLE.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I also forgot to mention that we have a GoFundMe.
A GoFundMe.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You're everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And the name of the GoFundMe is Braille Brain Care Foundation.
Okay.
Braille Brain Care Foundation. That's the GoFundMe.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right.
Can you spell the Braille for viewers?
BRIELLE.
Okay. Okay. All right. I said the target is
500, yes,
500,000
CDs to a million
CDs. Okay.
And let me add that this is actually very small when you talk about equipment for neuro, but it's a very positive thing you're doing.
Yeah.
Where I'm fully in support. I'm already calling on friends to see how we can help you.
Thank you very
Very
the
much.
likes of Rock City.
Very good cause. Very good cause. We are going to support you.
Thank you.
We will support you.
So, bro, on behalf of Metro TV, we're going to donate 10,000 CDs.
Thank you.
Wonderful. That's
Donate
good.
10,000.
Thank you very much.
That's
I'm
good.
very grateful.
Yes. So let's go through the
Doc, let's also announce ours.
Yes.
We won't allow you to get away.
I told you what
It says you announce. You will do half of what you announce.
Okay, 10,000 from me.
So it is 5 for me.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
The 054 956 0556 and then 0243 421 001. Those are the Momo numbers.
Yes, please.
Okay. Then the bank account, Brill Brain Care Foundation at Stanbic Bank.
Yes, please.
And the account number is 9040012294 and the code is *203 *0472 hash.
Yes, please.
And the GoFundMe is Brill Brain Care Foundation.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please, the account number I thought was 000. Double check that on your phone.
904001.
It's 20.
Yes.
Yeah, I have 2 zeros.
Okay.
Yes. So, but tomorrow's event is actually at the East Gardens Event Center, opposite Vide Cafe on the Boundary Road in East Legon.
Yes.
And it's from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
And the tickets for adults 18 plus 100 CDs.
Yes.
For children that is below 18, 50 CDs. And this is to raise funds to support the unit. That's the neurological unit, and also children affected by brain tumor. And you say that you were motivated to do this because
My friend died due to a brain tumor.
Michael?
Yeah.
Yes,
your
Michael.
friend Michael.
Yes.
He died 3 years ago.
Yes.
So Michael would have been 16.
Yes, he would have been 16. Yes,
Okay.
17 in November.
Okay.
Oh,
Was he in school with you?
Yes, we were in the
Same school.
Yes.
oh,
Okay.
so sad.
Okay.
He'll be smiling in heaven.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
he'll be smiling.
So congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And I guess that this is just the beginning.
Yes.
There'll be a lot more events
Yes.
to do this.
Yes.
And I think is not that I
Laudable.
think is an extremely laudable thing for you to do.
Yeah.
For you to be even motivated by this sad demise of your friend, to be able to do this to ensure that many young people are able to survive this. I think that you should be extremely proud of yourself. We are very proud of you.
She's a future neurologist.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And
You need to meet with Ben Carson at
Yes.
some point in time.
Yeah.
do you aspire to study medicine?
Yes.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Okay.
That's good.
He's a medical doctor.
Yes. He's a good role model to have.
He's a medical doctor.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So, bro, thanks for joining
too.
us.
And we want to hear your parents' names. You didn't
Yes.
mention.
Okay, my mom is Brenda Mabel Krofa,
Okay.
and
It's
my,
Fanti.
no,
Where's the Kofa from?
my dad.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay,
your
okay.
dad. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
And your dad is?
Mr. Wilson Amponsa Krofa.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful.
Well, say hello to them and your siblings as well.
Yeah.
So thanks, bro.
Great job. Great job.
Who did you come with?
Thank you. I came with my mom.
Oh, Mom, come. Mom, we need to see you. Come. Come, we need to. We know you don't want us to
Behind
see
the
you, but
camera.
we need to see you. Come.
She's behind
You
the
won't talk,
camera.
but we need to see you.
Mommy, we are so proud of you. Oh,
Okay.
and daddy too.
Is that dad? Okay,
so
no.
they will come.
Okay, the team. Okay, the
My
team.
team
Come over.
Come join us.
Let's see Brill's team. All of you,
Good
come.
morning. Congratulations.
Okay, so that's Brill's team.
Yes.
Please take the microphone and introduce yourselves. Yes.
My name is Edu Jemfi, and I'm part of the team.
All right.
Nice.
My name is Stephanie Ofebiatano, and I'm a team member.
Okay.
And my name is Inshirapa. I'm also and I'm a team member.
Okay. So what should we expect tomorrow?
You should expect games, so many different games, different vendors, clothing vendors, food vendors, and there's going to be pizza man, chicken man present. And any slice, even one slice of pizza is going to help in donating. So yeah, expect to come, and every single thing you come and do is going to help us in a very, very huge way.
Nice. This looks like the real solid team. Yeah.
All right.
Congratulations.
Okay. So tomorrow it is Gardens Event Center opposite Vidal Cafe, Boundary Road. Okay. You want to tell us?
Yes, Doug. We would like to say a very big thank you to some of our patrons.
Okay.
Most especially Honorable Mrs. Esla Kufu.
Right.
She's been a part of the team. We're grateful
Minister
to
of
her.
Communication.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And also the owner of the venue, Mrs. Macaulay, wife of Dr. Macaulay.
Okay.
We'd like to say a very big thank you to her for the space. And of course, all the vendors on board. We have people who are donating and others who are giving us their spaces to use. We want to use this platform to say a very big thank you. And most especially to yourself, Dr. Randy Abbey, for giving us a time to talk about this. And of course, thanks to Honorable, and of course, Honorable Okujato for the donation, kind gestures. We are grateful. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm getting some of our viewers who say they want to donate. I have one who says we'll do 2,000.
That's nice.
Then I've seen one from Mr. Robert Coleman. The one that's the Astro Tech.
Yes.
He says we'll do 5,000.
That's nice.
5,000
That's
CDs
nice.
as well. Okay.
Nice.
We're grateful. Yeah.
A friend of mine, Kocho, he says minority they donate more than majority.
I mean, how can that happen?
This is opening prayer. Relax. This is opening prayer.
Okay.
Because I'm going to talk
there are
to,
those outside the country who are asking for a link if they want to donate.
Yes, they can donate through the GoFund.
The GoFundMe.
Yes.
So Mansa Musa and all of you who are asking
and even Wave
about it,
they can use Wave.
Yeah. So GoFundMe. It's Braille
Brain Care Foundation.
Brain Care Foundation. Braille Brain Care Foundation. Braille is spelled BRIELLE. So Braille Brain Care Foundation. That's a GoFundMe account, and you can donate through that account as well. Nice. All right. So thanks. Thanks. I am inspired.
Yeah.
I'm inspired. Thank you so very much, bro.
We celebrate your parents and your teachers. They've done a great job.
At Shy Mommy. Mommy who's become the photographer. So thank you for joining us on Good Morning Ghana to speak about this. And I'm sure that it's just the beginning. And we'll partner with you in subsequent events in order to raise the needed funds for this very laudable project of yours. Yes. All right. Okay. So we wish you well tomorrow, and I'm sure that many of us will be there to support you.
Definitely. Okay. Definitely.
So congratulations. Yeah. All right. Okay.
And wait for us downstairs. We'll bring our donations.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So that's it for Good Morning Ghana. This morning, at least we got something to uplift us from the level of
state capture.
Yes, that we were subjected to. At least this young 17-year-old lady has inspired us this morning. Whilst the older folks are disappointing everybody every day.
Let's hope for the future. We are young.
Hopefully that generation will.
Our generation will not fail.
Our
generation will not fail.
So.
Our generation. Maybe you are post 60.
We can do better.
All right. Okay. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching Good Morning Ghana for this week, and commiserations to Mr. Kwame Ado, who's the managing director of Hollard Insurance. You lost your dad. And commiserations to you and your older brother, Mr. Ado, who's also the managing director of CBG. Bank. So your dad will be laid to rest today. The service is actually ongoing at the Ridge Church. So both of them are old boys of Accra Academy. And so our commiserations to all of you as you lay your father to rest. Yes, up next, Metro Sports.